There's going to be a protest before the game on Sunday. What do you make of that? Just supporters taking the time to do this now, particularly where you've just overseen 2 really good wins.
Yeah, I don't think it connects with the 2 wins. To be honest, I think it doesn't affect the team. I think I fully respect the supporters. They're incredible. They have been for so long, and have had a lot of highs and some downs as well. But I'm not offended by it or anything. And the players certainly aren't. I think within the stadium, the support we felt, and that's been there for all the games that I've watched for quite some time, has been of the highest level, and I'm sure to continue to be like that. The connection that we've had over the last couple of weeks has been pretty special, and we've both fed off that. I think the supporters have fed off it. We have as a group. The players certainly have, and that's something we need to keep and building on moving forward, because that's exactly how we want it to be.
I know it was a few years ago, but in your book you wrote that the Glazer family have been great owners and deserve huge credit. There's been progress on and off the field. A lot of supporters would disagree with your claims on that. I mean, do you still think the club can be a success with the Glazer family as the owners? Yeah,
I think we've had a good couple of weeks and we're moving in the right direction. We want to keep building on that. So I think that's part of the focus here is to never get satisfied with what we've just done and keep moving forward. And the off the pitch, whatever goes on in and around the club is not really for us as a playing group to worry about and let that affect performances. I think it's what we feel, what we can grasp at the minute. We feel the utmost support from the supporters as much as ever, and that's where we want to keep moving towards.
Michael, excuse me. A couple of weeks ago when we were talking to you before the City game, you were talking about your coaching staff and you said they've been quite creative when it comes to like the coaching sessions, etc. Can you expand a little bit more on that, and have you kind of changed a lot in those sessions to get more out of these players?
Yeah, I mean, in some ways it's difficult to say. We've just kind of done the work that we've believed in, and it's been two weeks, and it's been largely a kind of fresh staff that in some ways are still getting to know each other as well. So I think a lot of credit goes to the staff for that, and to be able to put things and then service the players. And ultimately we're there to service the players and try and help them and enhance them and give them the confidence. And it's 2 games. We're not sitting and then all pats on the back thinking everything's great. We've done some good things. The players have done some fantastic things, and trying to work with them, individually, collectively, and trying to get on a personal side, on a social side, on a professional side, and at the end of the day, we're there to try and get the best out of them, and we'll continue to try to do that.
In terms of like the social side, you see a kind of bond developing between the coaches and the players. I know obviously Johnny was here before and you've been here before as well, but is that kind of being cemented as well?
I think so, yeah. I was chatting yesterday. I think it feels like it's been a lot longer than the 2 weeks in a real positive way. The fact that it feels really settled. I think it's certainly not comfortable and taking it easy, but it feels really settled in terms of knowing the roles. I think the players have got to know us quite quickly and understand what we kind of would like from them and expect from them, and they've responded fantastically well. So I think there's really good relationships, and understanding, which so soon is really positive, but certainly you need to keep pushing and building on that.
Especially for Jamie.
Hi Michael. After 2 really good performances under you against, let's say, bigger teams or title challenges, however you wanted to characterise them, Fulham has, this team over the years has done that actually against really, the sort of better teams, and then not necessarily lost against sort of lower ranked teams, but the performance have been like, wow, where's that come from, considering how good it has been previously? Is that something you're thinking, you're concerned about that? Do you recognise that as something that has been part of this sort of teams up and down?
Yeah, listen, I certainly understand what has gone before. Not to speak about that, because it's not for me to talk about that. What I think us is we understand that what it's going to take and what it has taken to get results, and I'm with the respect, as I've said, with Marco and the Fulham as a team. I think it's as big, if not biggest test as what we've had. So it's really not a case of looking at this as any different. It's another game in front of us. We got to put so many things in place and carry the emotion and the intensity and everything that goes into whatever game we play, and show the utmost respect to any team. So we're playing at home, we're playing against Fulham. It's no different for me. It really can't be any different. And assuming things or the type of game or anything like that, we got to face the game in front of us, play the game however it develops. Yeah, we might play well, we might be on top, we might have to defend, we might be up against it, we might go up, we might go down. But that's something that's just going into the game with anything else apart from being prepared to do whatever it takes and understanding that it's a real challenge. They're on a great run. They're not far behind us in the league. They're there for a reason. It's a big challenge for us.
Bruno and Leach are two probably leaders, everyone would accept that, and you will have others, but are you confident that everyone who you send out there on Sunday is aware of basically the mental approach, I suppose, the attitude they've got to have?
Yeah, I am, yeah. It's easy to talk about it, let's be honest. It's easy for all of us to talk about it, and we kind of know what needs to be done and how we need to approach it. That's the beauty of the game, it's unpredictable and things can happen within the game. But certainly in terms of what I've seen, the reaction from the last game, coming back into training and the focus, if anything, it's gone up even more, and the intensity in the training is a very, very good level. So that's all I can ask, is to keep building and improving and taking it into the game.